And good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb. This is the Belated Reviewer coming at you on an overcast Wednesday afternoon from my side of the planet. And as you can see, and if you're already familiar with this kind of packaging, you definitely know which line the figure that I'm going to share with you this afternoon would be coming from. But just a little bit more of a hint there. You see that symbol, that white symbol, that's definitely pretty much a big hint. And that accessory there, that halo, I think that's a halo. And of course, this. Yes, sir. This just arrived after waiting for 2 years for this figure to finally get into my hands. We already have, ta-da! We've got Poxxus, the third evil god, uh, as the Mythic Legions creators would call him. The third of the Four Horsemen, if you will. And actually, he is the third. The first one that they were able to release would be Arethyr. That would be the flaming winged demon-like knight. And then the second one was the vampire queen or vampire god Ilithia, and this is Poxxus. As for the fourth one, I am still waiting on that figure of, or some of those figures to be released. I think I already put in a pre-order for those. I think I'm pretty sure I put a pre-order for either the second version of Gideon Heaven's Brand, and definitely I put a pre-order for Necronominus. Hopefully, I won't need to cancel those pre-orders, as I've already somehow, this is a Legion's line, already put in some money. Anyway, you can see the figure there, and let me adjust the camera a bit so we can get a full view of the figure. There, you can see his feet, his armored feet. I believe this is a almost brand new sculpted figure. The body, the sculpt is new. The arms, the leg parts, not so much. I think this is a reuse from the knights. Anyway, before we take a look at the figure, we'll of course take a look at the packaging. And let's see. So this is, I think, a deluxe type packaging for the evil gods. And as you can see, you're going to get a very good view of the figure and also of the accessories that it comes with. And see Mythic Legions, and then what's that? Yeah, their website. And I already showed you the symbol for the Four Horsemen. And that's this. Okay, so here's a shot of Poxxus. This is the left side of the packaging. There's his name. There's a bit of a bio. Let me see if we could orient that properly. So if you guys want to read this, you can freeze the screen. There. Right side of the packaging, it shows the symbol for the what do you call the clans or the faction. This is the Poxxus faction. That's his symbol. At the bottom, we've got that barcode, some legalese, and a way to get in touch with Four Horsemen Studios, where it's made. And there's a bit of lore there, or is it that? I think it's that's legalese. Nothing much on top, but we've got a very cool art on the back. Yeah, and you can see there's you can see all the other gods that have been released, and Of course, they've already announced Necronominus in the latest Mythic Legions G-Con, I believe. Yeah. So the one in the shadow, that would be the last and final Dark God. And on the, here we've got the figures released for the wave. We have what's that? That's a human wizard. I think that's Zendir. We've got Arizak. We've got I forgot his name. And this one is the female mage, orc mage, Jin. And there's also one more huge figure and the horse, the dragon creature figure on the side of Mythos, and of course Poxxus horse. I think it's Flogus, I believe. And there's a bit of that lore of Mythic Legions. You can read that if you like. Here's some copyright. All right, and let me take out the package. Let's open up the packaging so we can take a look at the accessories that this figure comes with. And these figures, these later releases of Mythic Legions, they're really a really huge step up from the previous releases, because particularly Poxxus, and starting with the Poxxus line, a lot of the figures feature soft goods or cloth goods. Okay, and let me just have this out and out. Okay, right. So I was able to get out the secondary tray, and on the secondary tray we've got, still there, it's still taped to the clamshell. I believe this is something that you put around the Poxxus's collar. And there's his wings, then there's his trademark Plague Slayer. If on the side of good in the Mythos storyline we have the silver cord as the bow and arrow for the good guys, this one is the bow rather for the evil side, called the Plague Slayer, and this one is the unactivated. And of course it has a flexible string, as you can see. Let me just see there. It's a flexible string, the drawstring. And then there's also the activated version of the Plague Slayer, as you can see. Excellent work, as usual. Now, I've been hearing reviews about the Mythic Legions. You're just actually just paying for the scope and the paint apps, not so much for the articulation. I beg to differ, because when I first got my first Mythic Legion figure, which would be the Red Shield Soldier from the Arether Wave, I really found that that figure was pretty much as poseable as you can get it to be. And there are a lot of dynamic poses that you can do. Of course, for that release, you may not be able to get him to sit Indian style or in the lotus position, but he's poseable enough, or figures of that type are poseable enough. And that's the left wing. So much for the second clamshell. And now let's take a look at the primary clamshell. This one is the one that also contained Poxxus, and he has his quiver, his arrow barrage. He also has a single arrow there. He has a dagger with a sheath. Come on, focus for me. It's not focusing. There you go, dagger with sheath. This is where you can attach his wings. You can put this on his back. There's the halo, which somehow goes well with these. And he's got, and I just noticed that he actually has 2 sets of gripping hands, item holding hands rather. And I usually would have already have them on the figure, because I like the figure to already have item holding hands for the left and the right arms. But since this is, I just got this finally, so I haven't touched anything yet as far as the accessories are concerned. They're still in their clamshell. And you can see just how detailed these figures are. So, and they're actually, if you do order them from Four Horsemen, and you're just ordering just enough within your means, they're actually not that expensive. Yeah. All right, and that's the first clamshell, or the two clamshells. And now let's take a look at Poxxus himself. And there you can see how creepy and eerie he is with those pupilless eyes. And just take a look at the detail. If you're a collector like me, you'd say, oh my god, some astounding sculpting work and detail went into this figure. Just look at how they did the hair as well. It's not made of hair, it's actually made of rubber. It's stiff or soft rubber. But man, just look at that. If you have him standing on your display shelf or in an action scene or a diorama, woo-wee! How about those horns? He does have, just look at that. Look at those, rather. Look at those horns, yeah. And then his arm. And I think I already pointed out earlier that this is a new sculpt. And although I'm not much into articulations with my reviews, let's see if we can. Luckily for me, out of the box, I think, yeah, we've got the good arm movement there so far. And just look at that. He's got these vials. And these are small items, really small, but look at the attention that Four Horsemen have put into the design of these vials. Also his pouch. And of course he has his belt buckle. And as you can see, he does have soft goods. And I think this is wired, yes. I think it's wired. This part is wired. Look at the belt buckle. Look at all that intricate goodness. Pouches. And this, I don't know what these are, but they add a lot of depth to the figure. And there's where you can put in his pauldrons and some back adapters. Okay, let's take a look at the forearm armor. Does it have some weathering? I believe. No, there's no weathering, but it looks good. The hands. Look at the veins. You can. And if you're familiar with the art from the Prophet comics, you know the artist there really loves his veins. He would be proud of this one. Prophet from Image Comics. And I believe a lot of people are expecting Rob Liefeld, when he collaborated with Loose Collector, that new figures from Rob Liefeld's creations when he was in Image Comics, Extreme Studios. Okay, that's that. That Prophet would be one of the figures that would be coming out. All right. I also did mention that the legs, they're actually a reuse from the Knights. Yeah. Like the Red Shield Soldier. As you can see there. but the body itself, it's not. Let's see if we can get him into a T-pose. It's a bit stiff. I may need to heat the vertical joints, but so far I'm having no problems with the joints here with this bicep swivel. Let's see. Yeah. There. We can rotate the hands. They're quite loose. See? We can rotate this. I can move the arm. Head movement. No problem. Can he look up? Let's see. He can look up that far. And he can look down not so much. Actually, he can't look down because of the beard. The very, very long beard. Torso articulation, I do have torso articulation. That's standard. Single jointed knees, of course. Let's see. Yeah, single jointed knees. Ankle rockers. No toe articulation. Toe articulation, that's a McFarlane fetish. If you're into toe articulation, then you'd be better off with a McFarlane figure, or I think SH Figure Arts. They have toe articulation as well. So if you find that attractive, go for those figures. All right, I'm going to cut this video as short as I can. And this is a pretty well-balanced figure. And we've got, of course, Cersei and Black Knight, Marvel Legends figures in the background. And yeah, by the way, before we close this figure, this character has actually been released, I believe, already in this wave, in the Poxxus wave. But sadly, I won't be able to get my hands on this one. Budget constraints and all that. I did pre-order this, so this was already paid for before it arrived. Anyway, let me just show you some more of the box art here. All right, and there you have it. That's our quick look, as quick as we can, of the Poxxus figure from the latest wave from Four Horsemen for their Mythic Legions line. This is the Belated Reviewer, also known as JJ Kandau. I hope you found this video informative, and if you do like what you hear and see, feel free to like, comment, and of course, please subscribe so that you can help the channel. And you guys stay safe, stay healthy, keep your mat hats on, and peace out!